Woz happening, everyone? Kyra and Ben back again. I've been gone for a while, and I'm sorry about that, but I'm back now, and I kind of went on a crazy trip. Before I get into that, Ben has just celebrated a birthday, so happy birthday, Ben. I'm sorry we couldn't do a birthday episode. We can always go back and do it. I know how much you love Meg Ryan.
55 and still alive, baby.
Woo! And you were down in Florida, right, for your birthday?
Yes. We went to Disney World. It was amazing. Had a great time. Me and the wife just spent a little quality time together and, did the Disney thing. So it was a lot of fun.
That's fun. You got a very cool new tattoo.
Oh, yeah. If you like Lilo and Stitch or How to Train Your Dragon, it's Stitch and Toothless, and it says evil, good, misunderstood, about life.
About life. I love that. So happy birthday, Ben. This episode is I feel like it's kind of like a vanity episode. We're not going to be...
She deserves it.
We're not really going to be covering an episode this time. So this one's going to be a little bit more about our lives. So if that's interesting you, I know it's a little different from our normal format, but if we've hooked you and you guys are still listening, thank you. So Ben had just celebrated a birthday, and he was in Florida having a great time. And I was not celebrating a birthday, but I was going on a passion trip of mine. And I actually went to Sundance Film Festival for the second week out in Utah. So I know, right, guys? Crazy Utah. So I've never been to a film festival before in my life. I've only ever done like small ones that they've done at like Portsmouth or the MFA or like little movie kind of like things like that. I've seen like some of the short, like, you know what I'm saying? Like I've never really gone to like a big film festival. I've never done New York. I've never done Telluride or Toronto, South by Southwest, Sundance. I've never done any of these. And this year I did. I've decided I kind of made this kind of like goals for myself, and I'm like, you know what? I'm 30. I'm going to start doing what I want.
100%.
So I went to Sundance Film Festival, and I want to talk to you guys about it because this was one of the most rewarding and incredible experiences I've ever had in my life. It was absolutely phenomenal. The planning of it, the actually getting there, and Utah's a beautiful place. Shout out Utah. Have you ever been?
No, I actually wanted to go to Moab, Utah when I was younger. I had friends that live out there, so it was something I wanted to do.
You should go. So over the summer, that's so funny. Over the summer, I was in Moab.
No.
I went to Utah over the summer. I did Zion. I did Canyonlands. I did Moab. I went up north to like Huntsville, Ogden area. Kind of drove all around the state, and then I went back again. So I guess you could say there's a big piece of my heart that Utah now has, which is kind of, for those of you who know me on a personal level, probably never thought I'd say that. Very crazy, but beautiful place, beautiful, beautiful place. And Sundance is so cool. And what I loved about it, so this was their 40-year anniversary, so they've been around for an incredibly long time. Robert Redford actually started up the Sundance Institute and kind of started this whole thing. Unfortunately, I did not see him. I did keep my eyes peeled, but I did not see him. But it was really cool. So there are two ways. There's many ways that you can do Sundance. And it being my first year, I just bought single day tickets instead of buying a pass because I was only going for the second week, not the full 2 weeks. Things I was sad that I missed. Love Lies Bleeding premiered there, and Kristen Stewart was there, and I missed her. So R.I.P. myself, because I really wanted to see that. There are some other really great films that I wanted to see. Saoirse Ronan had a film that I wanted to see. Renee Rosvet had a film I wanted to see. Jesse Eisenberg had two films that I wanted to see, actually. And unfortunately, Glenn Powell had a film I also wanted to see, and unfortunately, those were all sold out. So if you're a pass holder, you get access to tickets first. And if you're if you buy single day tickets, they kind of go on sale after. So a lot of the showings were sold out that I wanted to go to, but that's okay because I saw some phenomenal films. Now I saw 4 feature-length films and then 6 short films. So I'm going to talk a little bit about each film. No spoilies, though. This is, I think, the only episode where we're not going to give spoilies.
So
because I really want you guys, if you can see these films, watch them. I'm going to talk about them in order of them being my favorite to least favorite. And then I'm going to tell you guys some other fun things about my trip. And like I said, this is going to be a lot of vanity this episode, so I'm really sorry.
Hey, it's good.
All right, so the first film that I saw, I actually saw it on the last day that I went to Sundance, and it was my favorite film. When this movie actually got picked up by IFC at the festival, so I highly, highly, highly recommend everyone to go see it. It is a gorgeous film. It is a beautiful film. It is called Ghostlight, and it is written and directed by duo, Alex Thompson and Kelly O'Sullivan. Now, I don't know who Alex Thompson is, but I am a fan of Kelly O'Sullivan. Back in like the early 2010s, there was a show on USA called Sirens, and it was probably one of my favorite shows like when it came out. It's like this little like 30-minute comedy.
Yep.
You remember it?
Yep.
Okay, so you know Voodoo?
I think.
Voodoo, she was the blonde girl that was like kind of creepy.
Yes.
Kelly, that's Kelly.
Oh, okay.
This movie though, beautiful. She's an incredible writer and director, and I actually got to meet her.
Oh, that's awesome.
It was so cool. I met her after I sobbed through her movie for 2.5 hours, and I was like, I'm so sorry I look bad, but your movie was so beautiful. I loved you on Sirens.
That's awesome.
I have a photo with her. I have not posted it yet because, like I said, I was crying for 2.5 hours, so I could not. I cannot bring myself to post it because I look bad. But she is the nicest, best person I have ever met. She created this beautiful film, and I was like last in line because I was nervous, and I was like, oh, I'm not going to go up. I'm going to go up. I'm not going to go up. I'm going to go up. And I was last in line, and the care and the respect that she had for every single person that was there. She was one of the most genuine, nicest people I've ever met. It was a beautiful experience, and it really made the festival for me. Let me talk about her film a little bit. So it follows this family of a father, a mother, and a daughter, and the daughter is in high school. And it follows this family, and they have recently dealt with a tragedy, and they're kind of like trying to cope with the tragedy, and then the father gets roped into doing this community theater play of Romeo and Juliet, and as he's doing the play, parts of the play start to mirror his life, and kind of kickstarts him onto this like healing journey, and his family's also trying to heal as well. Phenomenal movie. Sobbed through the whole thing. It is so beautiful. It is so well done. It gave me like the family, and this is what I want to talk about. So the father, the mother, and the daughter that are all in the film that play the family are actually a family in real life.
Oh, that's cool.
It was so cool. And to see that dynamic, like a natural chemistry that they have obviously of being a family, and then this dynamic of like this written dynamic that they have to have and how they act that and how they use their natural chemistry was phenomenal. Dolly De Leon was in it. I've been a fan of her since I saw Triangle of Sadness. I thought she was absolutely phenomenal in that, and she is just as amazing in this. I cannot say enough good things about this movie. When this movie comes out in 2024, or this year, I guess it's coming out this year. When it comes out this year, I cannot stress how everyone needs to see this. This movie is so beautiful.
Oh, it sounds like something I want to see now.
Oh my God. Yeah. Please, Ben. Yeah. Okay. So that was the best movie I saw. Now, the second best movie I saw, they do a few things. So, obviously, Ghostlight got picked up by a distributor, IFC, at the festival because it was going in as a full independent. But as you know, Kristen Stewart was there promoting Love Lies Bleeding because that movie premiered there. So, there are other movies that can premiere there as well. And so, I saw the premiere of an A24 film called A Different Man. This film is starring Sebastian Stan, Renee Rizvet, and I feel like those were the only like two main people that I really knew. But it is an incredibly interesting film, and I am very excited for it to come out because I'm really excited for the conversations about it that are going to come out. I love a good body horror. If you know me, you know I love David Cronenberg. So I really love a good body horror, and I thought that this one, there's like this one scene that I really appreciated because, as you know, what do I love? Practical effects. I love them. So this movie follows Sebastian Stan, who is an actor, but he has a physical deformity, and he kind of feels always like held back by this deformity, and he is able to undergo what is it called? An experimental medical procedure that would kind of change or like reverse this deformity that he has, and he does it, and it is and it's successful. But because it's so successful, he loses out on this role that he feels that he's born for, and that's all I'm going to say. I don't want to give any spoilers away. And it's kind of how he deals with what happens after he's had the surgery, like. And what it is, it's a really interesting movie about life and how we view life, right? Like we live our life one way and we're like, the grass is always greener on the other side, right? My life would be better if it was this. My life would be better if I was that. I would be happier if I was that. And it kind of shows you that like if you get everything you want, is it really everything you want?
Oh, kind of like A Wonderful Life?
Kind of, but very different.
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying like that concept.
Yeah, that concept, but it's not, but he never, it's different from It's a Wonderful Life because you can see that in A Wonderful Life, the message of George Bailey is that like you have to appreciate the beauty of the life around you. To me, in A Different Man, the message was much more, if I get everything I want, am I still happy? And then I don't want to give anything away, but it's like, what do you really want? What really makes you happy? What are you searching for? And if you don't know what you're searching for, you'll never be happy.
Oh, I like that concept. That's a good concept.
It was incredibly interesting. It was really good. It was really, really good. And then the third movie I saw was Pony Boy. Now, I saw Pony Boy on my first day there. I do not know if it was a premiere movie or if it was getting picked up. And if it was getting picked up, I don't know if it got picked up. But it is a great film, very high octane, much more of like an Odyssey sort of film. And what I mean by that is we have our one main character, Pony Boy.
The Outsiders?
Okay. No, not The Outsiders. I thought the same thing. This one's with an I. I thought the same thing. And I'm like telling my dad about this movie and he said the same thing. Not The Outsiders.
So no Stay Gold?
No Stay Gold.
Oh.
No Stay Gold.
All
No
right.
Stay Gold. But I do wish, like, as I was watching the movie, like, I do wish they made, like, a reference to that or, like, a joke to that. Like, I thought that would have been funny. But Pony Boy is this Odyssey film about this person who is an intersex person. And they actually got a real intersex person in the role, which I thought I always appreciate. I always feel like we can do that. There are actors of all. Everyone wants to be an actor. You don't need to cast straight cis actors in these roles. Like, you can have the people that you want to portray them.
Like Coda.
Like Coda, yes, exactly, 100%. So I thought that, I loved that. India Moore was in it, Dylan O'Brien was in it, Victoria Peretti was in it. So this one actually did have like a really big cast that I wasn't expecting. So Pony Boy, we follow them as they go through this odyssey of them. They accidentally kill someone, oopsie, but it's not their fault. There are drugs involved. And it's all about them kind of like navigating this night and navigating their sense of self and navigating what they're looking for in life. And I thought it was beautiful. I thought it was really well done. High octane, a lot of action, a lot of neon lights. It's set on the Jersey Shore. Like it's cool. It's cool. It's good. It's good.
Oh, I'm looking forward to seeing that one now too. So
that one was really good.
That's three. That's
three out of three. And now to the film that I would say the most excited for, which was the biggest disappointment.
That always happens.
Which always happens. It always happens. It always happens. So I watched In a Violent Nature. Now I do believe that this one had the distributor logo and production house logo of Shudder in front of it. So I do believe that it has been picked up already. If you guys have a Shudder account, I believe you'll be able to see it on Shudder. It is on. You guys know me. I'm a horror fan. I love horror. And so this was a horror movie. It's Canadian. I was really looking forward to it. Classic slasher, you know, kids go out into the woods, they disrupt this like site of this wood person that lives there and kind of protects the lands, and they piss him off.
Was it the Green Man?
It was not the Green Man, which would have been cool.
Yeah, I would say because like I studied Wiccan, and that would be really cool.
That would be really cool. No, not like that at all. And so they obviously disturb this person, and now he's out and about killing and hunting them down. Story, super weak. Hated it. There were lines, there were things I hated. All the kills, it had one of the best original kills I'd seen. And again, guys, practical effects. It was the only saving grace of the movie for me. They did this really cool thing where it didn't focus a lot on the kids. It like focused on the kids that he was hunting. But it also actually did a lot of these like really cool long shots of him just walking like to get to his next victim, kind of like trudging around the land. And I really liked that. I really enjoyed that.
Like the old Michael Myers.
Kind of like the old Michael Myers, but like what they did was it was cool. They did a lot of cool things, but it was disjointed.
Because that was what scared the hell out of me.
Right.
The first Halloween was Michael Myers slowly, methodically walking.
Just walking.
And you knew he was going to get
you. Yeah.
Like that.
And what's cool in this is like you just see him walking, and I thought that those were some of the most interesting parts. The kills were really great. The ending sucked. The story felt jumbled. Hated it. So sorry, you guys. It was not good. If you want to see some good kills, I would watch it. But other than that,
well, that's disappointing.
It was really disappointing, Ben. I will tell you, it was incredibly disappointing. It was pretty funny. Reveal coming.
A reveal?
A reveal coming. I have a boyfriend.
That's awesome.
That's awesome. Congratulations. And he actually went with me to Sundance, and our film list was a little different because he has A Different Man first, and I have Ghostlight first. So that was funny, but it was really interesting. he's into film just like I am. He's a really great guy. Well,
And you heard it here first. Kira's off the mic, people. So don't be texting me going, "Oh, I don't care. She's taken."
So we went on this kind of incredible movie trip. We went to Vegas. That was really cool. We did this thing called Meow Wolf, which is like an interactive like art exhibit. That was really fun. And then the best part, we went to Washington. So I went to Seattle, Tacoma, and Forks. So any of those Twilight heads out there, I went to Forks, Washington. Have you ever seen Twilight, Ben?
Yes, and I read the books.
Me too. Okay, thank God. I read all the books. I was a big Twilight fan growing up. And I went to Forks, Washington, and I went to the Twilight Museum.
Oh, that's awesome. That's really cool.
And then I went to La Push Beach, where all the werewolves hang out. It was so cool. The town is incredibly small. There's nothing there besides the Twilight Museum and 3 souvenir shops, and then a really good burger stand.
That's awesome.
It was awesome. So I did that. In Tacoma, Washington, you've seen 10 Things I Hate About You?
Of course.
I went to the high school of 10 Things I Hate About You. I got to
Nice.
go down to the stadium. I did all the film things.
That's awesome.
This was a very big film trip for me, so I was really excited about that. And it was a great time. It was awesome.
What hotel did you stay at?
I stayed at Airbnbs,
Oh, that's awesome.
and I liked it. I stayed at an Airbnb actually outside of Seattle in Port Orchard, and it was beautiful. It was right on the water, and it didn't rain it for me except for the last day.
Oh no, it's Seattle, Washington. Right? So
So no, it rains all the time.
yeah, I'll say so. Yeah.
Oh, another thing. Where are my Twin Peak heads?
I didn't watch Twin Peaks.
Okay, never mind. In Twin Peaks, as you guys know, there's the RR Diner. I also went there because
that's awesome.
that's right outside Seattle, so I also went there too. That was really cool. I am a big Twin Peaks fan. I love David Lynch. So it was an incredible trip.
I'm a Sleepless in Seattle person.
Oh!
Meg Ryan. Meg Ryan.
Meg Ryan, here it is. I mean, we can do a Meg Ryan birthday up for you.
Oh, that would be great because When Harry Met Sally, When a Man Loves a Woman, You Got Mail. Yeah, I know these movies, but
I know. Sleepless in Seattle.
Sleepless in Seattle.
What was the one that she did with Matthew Broderick? Where they're like at the apartment, they're watching their 2 partners be with other people.
Oh, I forget. It wasn't French Kiss.
No, it wasn't French Kiss. What was it?
Oh, I don't know. I know the movie, but I can't remember the name.
I love that Meg Ryan movie.
Meg Ryan's awesome.
Meg Ryan's fantastic. So I went on this big crazy 2-week trip. I did all the movie things. Sundance. You guys, if you can go, please go. I would highly recommend it.
Any good restaurant to eat at?
Oh, I ate at a ton of great restaurants. I ate at this in Salt Lake City because since there are so many films and there's only like a few theaters, the films are everywhere. So I saw films in Salt Lake as well as Park City.
Oh, nice.
So in Salt Lake City, I ate at this Italian restaurant called Italian Graffiti. I think I kept wanting to call it American Graffiti because of the
Nice.
movie.
Nice.
But I think it's Italian Graffiti.
Shout out Ron Howard.
Shout out Ron Howard. I do actually think it was called Italian Graffiti though, and that was delicious. That was a really fun restaurant. That was really cool. There was this great Indian restaurant I went to, Mumbai House. That was great. And then in Park City, I want to say the restaurant was called like Sage and Purple or something like that. It was like this really small like hole in the wall, but they had really great food there as well. If I would love to go back. The food was good. I ate a lot of great food in Seattle. I don't eat fish, but I know that they have a lot of fresh fish. I saw them throw a fish in Pike Place. I thought that was cool. I went to Beecher's where they make the handmade cheese. You know Beecher's, we sell it at Trader Joe's.
Yep.
So the headquarters is in Seattle, so I went there.
Nice.
Space Needle, completely underwhelming. Don't do it.
Yep. I had no intentions of it, although I did watch the Percy Jackson, and when he jumps off the Space Needle, and in the books I was like, he can't possibly do it. It's not close to the sea. So in the show when they fixed that, I was like, yes, now I get it.
It's close to the sea.
The water comes to him.
I understand. Yeah, I didn't go up the Space Needle. I just kind of looked at it. It was kind of dingy and kind of awful, and I was like, I'm gonna leave. I'm underwhelmed. I actually don't want to be here.
Don't look at your heroes.
Yeah, don't. I was like, this sucks. I went on a Ferris wheel for the first time since I was like 12, and that was actually more fun.
Nice.
I don't know. It was really cool. I would recommend going. Definitely go to Sundance. It is amazing. Or go. I want to go to all the film festivals. I am going to try to go to all of them. South by Southwest is in Texas in the summertime, so that's the next one I am going to try to go to. But it's really cool. It's really fun. Shout out. Thank you guys for listening to me talk about my life and brag on my vacation.
Hey, it's about film, so like we can do this.
It is. It's true. It is about film, so we can do this. Yeah. So thank you guys for listening. That's why we've kind of been disjointed and gone, but we're back now, so it's exciting. And we'll be back to our regular programming soon.
Nice.
If you've listened to our previous episodes, you know that we are in award season, so we will be covering a lot of movies that are being nominated at the Oscars. So stay tuned. Keep writing us in. If you have any questions for me about my trip or you want some spoilies on the films, also write in. Again, thank you guys for listening. I know I talk a lot, but this felt really rambly, so I'm sorry.
Nice. No, it was great because I like hearing about stuff like that, especially, it gives awareness to the people about the different movies that are coming out and, awareness about the different festivals that they can go to and actually be a part of these movies.
You can, because film is so accessible if you look for it. So get out there, see things from other perspectives, get out there. I can't express how much I love it.
Yeah, broaden your intellectual horizons. I mean, that's what it's all about. I mean, there are all kinds of festivals out there. There's film festivals, there's books festivals, there's art festivals. I mean, they're all around you. You just gotta look them up. I mean, take a few seconds, look them up, and get out and experience life.
Yeah, just do it. Just do it. Like, I hate to say it, just live life. I don't know. I've been afraid to live life for a long time, and now I'm kind of like, I gotta live life. I gotta do what I want to do. Like, I know I don't have any money, but I have all this time and I have all this energy, so I'm gonna do that. Guess what? I'll probably be in debt till I die. But not saying that this trip was like overly expensive. Like, I did save for it. I am responsible. But I'm just saying, like, go do the things that you want to do, because don't live. No regrets. Not even a single letter.
I don't. Listen, I'm 55. I go to Disney. I'm going to Disney again in April. So, listen, you got to have fun. Like, life is too short not to have fun. And there's so much stuff out there to experience. Like, me and my wife, when we went to Disney, it was the art festival.
Yeah.
And we saw all this artwork, this amazing artwork that we couldn't afford, but but we saw it and it was so cool. And just to like talk to the artists that did it and like just, to have an interaction with these people that like touch lives everywhere was amazing. And you talk to the director of the movie.
Oh my God, she was so phenomenal.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, I go to Fan Expo in Boston every September, and you get to talk to the actors, and it's so cool. I mean, or the voice actors. Like, I talked to the lady that does Ariel, and she was amazing. Like, they wanted me to like get away because like they're like, you have to pay to talk to her, and she was like, no. She's like, I'm having fun. So me and her got to talk, and and it's good to see these people and like interact with them, and just to know that they're real people.
It is, and I think too, like, we have this like idea of celebrity, and then like we meet them and it's like they're just these people who are passionate about their art, and I think that's really awesome. Because I'm passionate about their art too. Another thing that I did at Sundance that I did not mention before was I saw short films. So they do these things called short film sessions, and I saw 6 short films. And then after I saw them, we got to talk. The 3 directors did panels, so we got to talk to 3 of the 6 directors. And they did a panel. It was really interesting. I don't know. I would recommend Sundance because it's so accessible and it's so fun, and there is so much, and everyone that attends, the volunteers, everyone is so passionate about film. Everyone is so enthralled. Everyone's there for the right reasons. Like, if you talk about like audience experience and collective experience, like, I've never felt it more than I have there. I mean, I know I talked about it in the Barbie episode, but it's amazing. It's incredible.
Oh yeah, no, I've actually, when me and my wife Kim first got together, I brought her to Rhode Island for a movie festival.
Yeah.
And there was a panel of next generation actors, and William Shatner hosted.
That's so cool.
It was so awesome to see these people talk, and like they talked about their lives and like what it was like to be an actor in the time, and like the women actresses were talking about like how hard it was for them, and William Shatner was asking them questions, and then the crowd got to ask questions, and like here is William Shatner, my like hero as a kid, Captain Kirk, and he was like right there.
Yeah,
they're right there, and that's the thing. That Kyra went and she did this, and like you can go and do this, and I went and did
anyone
that.
can do anything.
Yeah, so just do it.
Just do it. Just do it. Live your life. Dare to be different. Have fun.
Whoop, whoop.
Well, thank you guys for listening to us.
Hey, always a pleasure with having Kyra on, and shout out to Mozambique because we're number 7 in Mozambique.
Oh my God, thank you guys. And, I hope you like our personal episode.
Right, and we just love like the fact that we're international and you guys listen to us, and Patrick came back, so we got Patrick back on, and the family's growing and we're growing with you, so let's keep it going.
Let's keep it going. Thank you guys so much for listening. Write in, tell me what you guys thought about this episode. I know it was kind of different. We can do more episodes like this. We can do an episode like this never again. Let us know, and catch us next time on Woz Happening.